What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Pipe Revival Companion Podcast. It's been a little while, folks. I have been MIA for a little while. I apologize. I just haven't, you kind of got to be in the mood to do one of these things, and just been busy with family stuff, with everything that's going on with work. I've been working really hard. It's been cold out. That always adds to the excitement of a flatbedder's life out here on the road. But we're surviving. We're still out here doing what we do. We're working. We're being a cog in the wheel. We're getting stuff done. We're pressing on through the snow and the ice and all the crazy traffic and all the crazy people out there. And still enjoying some fine tobacco. And tonight, I wanted to break out some stuff that I've been kind of savoring this. As you can see, that's all I have left. And this is Walnut. Now, Walnut's long since it's been gone since the mid-2000s. It was a John Middleton blend. They stopped making it when they moved, well, probably before they moved everything down to the Dominican Republic. But anyways, I don't know all the history on it. I know they stopped making it. But Sutliff picked up the slack and they blended it. And they did an outstanding job. And theirs might be even just a little bit flavor-wise and tobacco-wise, probably a little bit better than the Middleton blend. Now, smokability, packing, those codger blends that come in the big tubs, it's hard to beat when it comes to packing and smoking and moisture level, all that stuff. They come really, really good. Now, I'm not talking, maybe not Captain Black so much. I'm not a big Captain Black guy. Never have been a Captain Black guy. It may be just fine. I don't know. But anyway, most of the codger blends, like your Prince Albert, your Half and Half, your Carter Hall, all of them, man, you just throw them, just pop open a new tin, throw it in your pipe, smoke it, no problems. This is more of like a refined. This is like something you would find like in a tin, like most Sutliff stuff is, because it's high quality tobacco. And this is high quality tobacco. Now, one thing of note, I haven't been smoking as heavily as I normally do. There have been where I've just been smoking like one bowl a day, and I've even skipped days, and that is that's pretty rare. But this will be my third bowl today here that I'm going to enjoy with you on this companion podcast here. So, of course, one thing that hasn't changed is we're still the Royal Duke Prince, Dr. Graybow. We're not deviating from that. So, let's, without further ado, let's get some of this Walnut. I hate to even smoke it. Now, if you guys have never smoked Walnut, I mean, you'll never be able to smoke it again unless you buy it used or off your buddy or whatever. This is gone. This will never be produced again like this, because Sutliff is gone. And now, in just a couple weeks here, Sutliff will be officially gone, if they aren't already. I think they may be starting the shutdown process. I don't know if they're producing any tobacco right now. They may be doing the last bit of some stuff. I don't know. It's a sad situation. Y'all know about it. I've harped on it. I mean, some of you get mad, acting like, you're just, whatever. How about everybody just buy the tobacco they want to buy? How dare you talk about boycotting anybody? Yeah, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I never came to your house and pointed a gun. Anyways, this is just my thoughts. But I've harped on it enough. You know what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, go back and watch some of my other videos. I have like 2 or 3 videos on it. Just speaking what is near and dear to me. And Mac Baren was near and dear to me. Some of these Mac Baren blends. Mac Baren was the first tinned tobacco that I ever bought. Burley London blend was the first tinned tobacco. Black Ambrosia, I bought like 3 or 4 tobaccos. Black Ambrosia, Burley London blend, the vanilla cream, what was the Uncle Louis rum. You can't get 2 of those. I mean, you can't get any of them now, but up until lately you couldn't get Burley London blend except on special small batch type situation. And the Uncle Louis rum, I don't know why I stopped making that. That's good stuff. I actually still have a tin, like a half of a tin left of it. That was great stuff. I guess it was kind of like a little bit close to plum cake. That's probably why they didn't keep it around. It was kind of like plum cake without the Latakia. But this is walnut. This is walnut. We're talking walnut now. Walnut is like an American version of My Mixture 965. So it's like a My Mixture 965, maybe a Presbyterian with Burley and Maryland mix in with it. So it gives it's a more fuller smoke, and I like Burley components in a Latakia tobacco, because Latakia for me overpowers tobacco, especially when it's just like a traditional English, like Latakia, Orientals, and Virginia. Latakia just overpowers everything. Something about the Burley, when there's Burley involved in it, it kind of takes away, it balances out for me. I find that it balances out the Latakia, where it's not such an overpowering component anymore. So I've always liked walnut for that reason. And any Latakia blend that has Burley in it, I like it. The plum cake, that's a Cavendish. I don't know if it has like a straight Burley, but has the Mac Baren Cavendish in it, which is gone. Anyways, the walnut right here. This is my kind of English right here. I like My Mixture 965. I like Presbyterian. I have to be in the mood for them. They're very easy smokers. Very light on the nicotine. It's something you can just smoke away, and it's a really good beginner. Not just like a beginner, but I say it's a good beginner smoke because of how easy it is to smoke and how it's hard to go wrong with your technique. So you can really hone your skills by smoking like a My Mixture 965 or a Presbyterian, something like that. You're not gonna. It's gonna take a lot of effort to get any serious tongue bite out of it. See that burley, man. That burley just balances that Latakia. I love it. It's still there. It is still there, but man, that burley just balances it right on out. I should have went and bought like a pound of this. I was going to. I meant to. I had every intention of doing so. I should have bought a pound of this. That's a shame. So, anyways, I've been truck driving. Same old mundane life of a responsible adult. Woke up this morning and it was 0 degrees. Delivered in a town called Wentzville, Missouri. And it was 0 degrees when I got there. So it always makes a flatbedder's job so much fun when it's, especially when he has a fully tarped load with my big tarps. It makes it really fun. Luckily, everything wasn't wet, because there's those when you're like, especially when you're driving from south to north and it's like progressively getting colder, but you're like going through, like it's raining in the south, and by the time you get up further north it starts getting colder and colder, and then it's like 15 degrees where you land at, and then you try to take your straps off and your tarps, everything is just frozen solid. You're beating on everything. Just those days are fun days. You gotta make it fun, though. I mean, it is what it is, folks. Things get challenging, just embrace the suck. That's what we used to say in the military, especially when you're out doing the field problems and stuff. Embrace the suck, gentlemen. You gotta embrace it. You gotta trick your mind into where you almost enjoy it. The harder something gets, the more challenging it gets. It's like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. We're gonna do this. I try to do that. Some days it doesn't go over very well. Some days I'm just not feeling it. And I go through phases as well. I was going to do a review on this tobacco once upon a time before all the news broke out that Sutliff was going to be no more. And I decided I probably wasn't going to do a review on it because it doesn't do any good because you can't buy it now. I mean, you may, I don't know. West Virginia Smoke Shop is where I got mine from. I mean, I think everybody had it. Cup of Joe's and tobacco pipes. Those are all now getting merged into pipesandcigars.com, which is another big hit for me because Cup of Joe's and me go back to the early 2000s. You know, those Mac Baron tins and my first Esoterica blend, Penzance. All those came from Cup of Joe's. Back in the day. That was before I even had I never had credit cards for the longest time. And back then, you know, banks just didn't hand out debit cards back then. I don't know what the deal was. I was young, you know, so my credit probably wasn't very good. So we never got a debit card from our bank for a while. So we had checks. You know, checks that you write down on a little piece of paper. Or you give it to the Walmart lady and it sends it through and then But they used to have an option on Cup of Joe's where you would make your order, and one of the options at checkout was pay by check. And so you clicked that, and then it gave your total with tax and shipping and everything. And then you mail the check to them. And when they received the check and the check cleared the bank, then they would ship out. Just like ordering stuff from the back of the magazine or whatever. You know, the Sears catalog. Just like that. Took effort to buy stuff back then, folks. We're spoiled. These kids these days, balderdash. Anyways, I was gonna do a review on this stuff at one point in time, but that's a futile effort. If you are lucky enough to have some of this stuff, I will say it's very. I'm not a big English guy, so there's probably a lot of blends out there that are similar to this. You know, I kind of, when I'm shopping around for tobacco, I kind of just, you know, I skip over the Latakia stuff because it's not my favorite. I'm not a big Latakia guy, and I got plenty of Latakia blends. I got the big ones. I got the Maltese Falcon. I got the 965. I got the Presbyterian. Probably got some more stuff with Latakia in it. But it's not my favorite stuff. But this, how the Sutliff used it in here is really good. But I would say that this is a Virginia forward. Virginia is the main player. And then you have your backup singers of Burley, your Maryland, I think Maryland is like a mixture of 2 tobaccos or three kinds of leaf. I'm not for sure. Some of you experts out there, I'm sure, will correct me in the comments, but I think it's a couple different leaves that mix together. They call it like a Maryland. But I know the flavor profile of it. It's kind of like a Turkish, a less harsh Turkish, if that makes sense. And not to even say that Turkish is harsh, because I wouldn't. It's just for lack of a better term, I guess. My vernacular is not deep enough to pull out the correct word to describe it. But maybe you can feel me. It's a less harsh version of Turkish, I think. That's what a Maryland is. So I would say Burley second, the Maryland third, and then your Latakia is kind of like a way in the back. But you still know he's there. Yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame. Some good stuff, folks. Maybe I'll go on a hunt for a walnut type tobacco. See if Cornell and Deal or any of those guys have anything similar. This is a real mellow tobacco. It doesn't bite at all. It has I would say it has a pretty good kick of nicotine, vitamin N. I think YouTube might flag my videos if I say that word too much, because I've noticed when I have videos that say that word a lot, that when I post it, it's in this like a pending status for a while, and I guess they have to, make sure I'm not peddling drugs or something. I don't know. Miss the old YouTube. Remember the old YouTube when you just go on rabbit holes? You can't do that in today's YouTube. Young people like coming up today, like my youngest, he's never gonna be able to go on a rabbit hole on YouTube when it was just everything was there. Everything was, just the craziest stuff. The crazy stuff you could imagine was there. Crazy stuff. Back in the good old days. The wild, wild west. But I forget where I was even going with that. YouTube Wild West walnut in a pipe. Totally lost my train of thought. You guys are probably yelling at me because you're watching the video. I can't rewind. Oh well. I've never edited. I don't go back and watch these videos, so I have no idea what I've said to you people. I don't know. I know I've upset quite a few of you based on some of their comments, but this is about as raw of footage as you can get. I don't have any notes. I just start talking and light up a pipe, and I figure that the conversation will come. Because remember, folks, this is a Pipe Companion podcast. Just envision us going out to the front porch after some steak and taters, and we're lighting up a fine bowl of tobacco. The conversation will come. I haven't seen anything too crazy on the pipe smoking pages of late. Nothing too egregious. No crazy claims. You know, I thought about so if you are on Facebook and if you are on pipe smoking groups, for whatever reason, now it's not as much as it was, but it's still it's still out there. For whatever reason, people find the need to take a selfie of themselves smoking their pipe. I don't know. It always seems weird to me when there's just a picture of somebody smoking, a selfie. They say what they're smoking. I guess it's now that I think about it and say it out loud, maybe it's not as egregious. Maybe it's akin to me making these videos, the companion podcast. Give you a face and whatever pipe they're smoking. I think most of it is probably people showing off their fancy pipes. Which I got a few fancy schmancy pipes now, my Brigham pipes, that I don't smoke enough. I tell you what, I got caught up in my compulsion right there. I did smoke the just this past weekend, smoked 3 nuns and the black or the ebony sandblasted rusticated Brigham. I forget which is it's not the Algonquin. I think it might be the Chinook Brigham. It's one of my favorite ones because it has a really wide band on it, silver band. I love silver bands. Will say I've been smoking mainly Prince Albert. Yeah. Still loving Prince Albert. And your nicotine tolerance, even after just a few days of not smoking a pipe super heavy, you know, because it would be nothing for me to smoke 6-7 bowls a day, and that's almost, you know, 6 bowls is probably 5 hours of smoking. That's a lot of smoking, ladies and gentlemen. But just going from 5 to 6, 7 bowls a day down to 1 or 2, and maybe skipping a couple days, mix a couple skip days in there, your tolerance for nicotine just drops off. Because it would, I would not, nicotine wouldn't affect me, and I would smoke the stuff purportedly heaviest in nicotine. If I smoke like 2 bowls of Bold Kentucky, I would start getting some cold sweats going on at the end of that second bowl. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. There's a doctor out there that says that it's the cure for just about everything. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I believe it's the power of suggestion. It is what you want it to be. As long as you speak positive words of affirmation. And with those positive words, it has been 33 minutes. I hope you all are having a great week and staying out of this cold weather across the country. And I hope you got some great tobacco in the pipe of your choice. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one.